Greetings again. Have a pretty cool video. I think you all will enjoy this. I found another UI for Flux. So I say I found, someone else made it. I read guides and I figured I'd make a video on how to use this particular UI. I always promise short video. This one, actually, I've laid out everything before. I've ran it on a couple other computers. This should be pretty fast. If you want to run Flux locally on your computer, again, hopefully this will be like 5 minutes. I've outlined everything you need to do to get started with SDForge here. There's a few assumptions. I've already installed some of this stuff just because it's Windows. So let's dive in here. I am in a Windows machine, so nothing special here except it's a pretty clean install. I built this computer maybe a week ago. I installed a few very basic programs here. I have Git, NVIDIA CUDA, and I'll show you how to confirm all of this too. Python Launcher, or Python, I guess, and Sublime Text, and installed Visual Studio Community, just because it installs a ton of dependencies that otherwise might just throw errors. So that's the only thing I have installed on this computer. If you're doing stuff with AI machine learning, you probably have all this already or know how to get it. But again, it's meant to be a fast video. You're probably watching this if you know what you're doing. You just want to get running with Flux pretty fast. You are going to need at least 20 gigs of VRAM for this approach. There are quantized models down to 8 bits, but I don't know. I run the full model that way. Everything compatibility is compatibility. So let's dive into this here. So our ultimate goal is to get this image generator over here running. So, and I've not ran this on anything. I'm going to see if we can get this thing going in 5 minutes. I've pre-installed a couple things and I've downloaded the big files, but I'll show you again. It's a guide, so let's do it. First thing, you're going to want to open up command prompt. Not shocking. This is a new computer, so I'm going to go ahead and pin that to my taskbar there as well. To check what version of CUDA you are running, or if you have CUDA or not. If you're not running NVIDIA CUDA, this won't do anything. It'll throw an error like NVCC on, like, here, throw an error like that, add an extra C. But this is a way to check if you're going through another guide. It's like, yeah, you need to use like PyTorch with CUDA 12.1. This is how you check it. I'm running CUDA 12.1. Easiest way to confirm Python, since we're already here, type the word Python. And you'll see at the top there, Python 3, 10, 11. So I've already confirmed both those. To back out of Python, just type quit, nothing special. Last thing then, you can do like git clone and just nonsense. If git is not installed, it would give this error up here, like is not recognized. But I have git already installed, and then git clone, https, github.com, Bitcoin. That should clone the Bitcoin repo. Again, this isn't a Bitcoin guide, just showing you Git is installed. There you go. That's like everything. Like the big things are CUDA and Python. So you confirm those. You don't. Some installers use Git. I don't think this one does. It's just a nice thing to have. I've already cloned. Have I cloned this? Anyway, I'm gonna straight download it too. That way I know like what it's doing. But you can git clone this too, because I'm setting this up for analysis. I'm literally going to go over to. Oh, I thought I had an extra hard drive in there. Never mind. Okay, so we're actually gonna git clone this. C wherever. By the way, so I was in users Caleb there. So cd. No, this is fast tutorial. Let's stay on task here. So you can do git clone, and then again I have this nice little link right here. Should be able to right click, so right click with your mouse there if you need to pay. It's the easiest way to do it. I think it's the easiest way to do it in Windows. HTTPS Ilyasiev. I apologize for saying the name wrong, but that's the username. Stable Diffusion webui forge. This is very, very, very similar UI to Automatic1111. I'm pretty sure it's a fork of it. Once Automatic's ready to go with Flux, I'm just gonna like that same day I'll have a video ready for that because I do prefer Automatic. But here we are. So you got to navigate to the folder though. So I threw it on my root there. So type dir in command line, brings up your directories, and you see right there, Stable Diffusion webui forge. We can also go over to the hard drive here. And there it is. And then just show you where I downloaded Bitcoin. I'm sure the university's gonna yell at me like, what are you doing downloading Bitcoin? But whatever. So Stable Diffusion webui forge. So should just be able to run this thing now. There's probably some dependencies. I would recommend a virtual environment, but we're not even gonna do that. So I'm just gonna navigate to it. CD Stable Diffusion webui forge. I think it's webui.bat. I think it's a .bat file. Oh, creates the virtual environment for me. So it'll probably have some dependencies it needs to install. If it has to install Torch, I will let it install Torch, and we'll talk about it's going to install Torch. I see it doing that right there. Let's make sure that keeps running. So again, I'm trying to make this quick video. So while that installs, because it's going to take a hot second to do that, you need to do a couple other things. So we're going to let that do its thing there and skip over here to these next steps, because next little bit's done on Hugging Face while that installs. All right, so I already have Hugging Face open over here. You're going to need it, again, if you're doing Flux and stuff, you probably have a Hugging Face account already. But if not, you're going to need a Hugging Face account. That's going to come into play in another video where I show you how to fine tune these things. But right now, we'll maximize this. The model you're looking for, so I mentioned Hugging Face. This is a repo of a bunch of new AI models, machine learning models, just all kinds of cool stuff that I'm interested in. So multimodal stuff here. You'll notice at the very top, Black Forest Labs FLUX.1-Dev. So that's exactly where we're going. It's also the top model right now. Now, I have already accepted the license agreement for this. I want you all to notice it says gated model right here. So before you can actually clone anything or just access the model, you do have to agree to the license agreement. The dev model has a not-for-profit free use license, I'm pretty sure. And there's also the Schnell model. I don't know how to say it right. Schnell, yeah. There's this model that has an Apache 2.0 license that is basically free for anybody to use. So for anything. So back here, that's the Schnell one. I wish things would stay in a static position, or maybe they did, and I'm just stupid. Anyway, I've already accepted the card for this. Okay, so that's the next big thing you gotta do there if you want to programmatically access it. Let's take a look at our downloads here. Okay, it's still installing dependencies. So FLUX.1-Dev, that's where we're going. We accepted the model. To make this thing work, we got to download a couple other things. We're going to need the model. We're going to need it. It's a big model, or at least for a graphics card. I'm running a 4090 Ti on this computer. It's a 24 gig model. 4090 has 24 gigs minus whatever you're using for graphics to display stuff. So again, I've already downloaded this thing. That's that 22.2 gig file right there. FLUX.1-Dev, safe tensors. You need a couple other files for this thing to work though. This is where I think a lot of other guys screw stuff up or just whatever. We're going to cheese this though. So there's an easy way to cheese this without having to worry about a lot of config stuff. comfyUI. I did a video before on how to use comfyUI. They have the text encoders already. You're going to want to download these. So over here, it's installing requirements. So we logged into Hugging Face. We downloaded the model, and I will post this below on the video. I was reading the comments on the other video that apparently links still, YouTube's being kind of silly with links and stuff. They work on my computer. When I load up YouTube and I'm not logged in, I can click my own links on my own videos. If anybody has a comment, tell me how to fix that. I'll do it because I'd really like y'all to be able to click these links. Like I said, I'm going to post this exact guide below this video. So anyway, back to the task at hand. Installing requirements. We downloaded the big model. We also have this comfyUI text encoders. We're going to need the clip_L. And just for the sake of this, so this is 8-bit precision. This is 16-bit precision. Either of these will work. You can use either. Just for apples to apples, I'm probably going to load up the 16-bit unless it just throws an error. So we need that big model. We need the text encoders, and we also need the auto encoder from the FLUX.Dev. Forgot where that file is. I think it was there. I already downloaded it. ae.safetensors. I think it's in the root, actually. Yeah, we need this file too. So you need this 23 gig file and this 335 meg file. And you're going to put them in specific folders. And then you're going to relaunch SDForge, and hopefully we're good to go. We'll generate a couple images and call it a day on this video anyway. So these dependencies, this is an i9 and it has a 4090, so it's takes a second. So while we wait on that, then I'll just use my own guide. So we have already cloned SDForge over here, right? So you're basically gonna, wherever you clone this to or wherever you install this to, that's where you're gonna work out of. In the models folder, you're gonna put the 23 gig file in Stable Diffusion. You're going to put the autoencoder in the VAE, and you're going to put those comfyUI files in text encoders right here. So let's go ahead and go open up just another browser window thingy here. Oh, that's Realtek driver. Sorry, I was like, what is that thing? All right, so like I said, downloaded everything right here. Let's follow my own guide here. It says next step, Dr. Bradbury says download the model. Black Force, so safe tens. That's the big file. So we're gonna do the big file. FLUX.1-Dev safe tensors. That is, they call it a diffusion model, but it actually, like, the way it works is like a Gaussian diffusion distillation. It's actually really fascinating the way this thing works. Anyway, I'm a big fan of the Flux model. I wish it wasn't quite as large so I could use like some of my optimized stuff, but again, I'll let the smarter like people in comp sci theory figure that out. FLUX.1-Dev, safe tensors, big file goes into Stable Diffusion. Next one then we'll do the variable autoencoder. I think it's variable or variance. Variance. It's very, it's an autoencoder for statistical stuff. That is the ae.safetensors file. We're going to throw that into the VAE folder. I'm just Control X, Control C. And then over here, I'm going to throw I just downloaded all three of these. I'm going to throw them in the text encoders. Text encoder right here. Bam. So again, that's what, 14 gigs right there, plus the 23 gigs for the model, plus everything else. So we're looking at about a 50 gig install here. It's not small for a normal person, but if you play video games, you're like, oh, it's 50 gigs. Okay, whatever. I'll just delete an update. So yeah, it just depends on your perspective. Hey, okay, so this launched, and I should have, that's the UI right there. But where I was adding the stuff while I was installing stuff, it's not, like, this UI is kind of hateful. Like, you try to refresh it. Oh, actually, hold on. I'm full of crap. There's FLUX.1-Dev. Will it let me do this? Okay, it might let me actually do this. I was going to restart it, but if it lets me do this, then we're done. You'll notice what I'm doing here. I clicked on the Flux UI button right here. I don't know why I'm pointing at my monitor. This thing right here, we clicked on FLUX.1-Dev. Over here, we loaded the checkpoint. That's the big file we just downloaded. Then we have the autoencoders with the text encoders. And ideally, we're going to just type a prompt. A galaxy inside of a canning jar on a farm porch. Notice, again, we're not even going to get into all these settings. Big thing is we have the command line down, or the output log, the console log is the word I'm looking for. Down here, we're going to click generate, make sure everything plays nice. So if it stops, it gives you a weird error or something, the error will be down here, and you can Google it, you can AI it. AI, that's apparently a thing now. Just, you know, I think this should just run. I say that because I'm like, oh, this will be a quick video, and then, you know, we'll see what happens. But this should just run. I've done this on all of these computers now, so this is the 6th time I've done this. So I kind of got it down pretty fast. I saved this computer just for this video because once this generates, you also notice, again, 4090 Ti plus an i9 14900. We got 128 gigs of RAM in here. It's taking a second to load the model into memory. I mean, Flux is quite a large model for consumer hardware. If you weren't on, if you had like industrial hardware, which unfortunately we just don't have the budget for at my university, I would love that kind of hardware, but it's a way to get some sort of research done while working with consumer level hardware. Hopefully, again, sometimes you kind of gotta like nudge it a bit. I don't know why. You do not have a clip state dictionary. Okay, so thought I did. Clip L safe tensors. Let me just restart this because I'm fairly certain I do have a clip state dictionary, and that was the plan anyway. And now that it's instantiated, all that should run a little faster still. And this also will give you a feel for how to launch it beyond that, because we literally, so I have command line down here. We said, I forgot what it's called. cd stable diffusion webui forge webui.bat. And that's how you launch it, by the way. Or you could just make a little bat file, I guess. If you wanted to make a bat file while this does that, it could be something. Well, actually, never mind. It's going a lot faster now. A safe tensors. It didn't load that thing. That's okay. Now let's try this again. Galaxy in a canning jar on a farm porch with a storm moving in. Now I'm fairly confident this will run this time. I say I'm fairly confident. Then it'll just be like, sorry, we're going to blue screen or something. So you can see, again, it's pretty cool. You can see like all the stuff happening in the background if you open up the command line. I will end at yeah, it's totally going to generate this time. So like I said, restarted it once the files are in there. Some kind of clunky like that. It's a Python thing. But yeah, let's see what this gives me. That's pretty cool. I really, really like this image generation model. I'm not sure how long I've been talking because I did something to OBS here, but we'll let the image generate, confirm that it's there, and there it is. That is how you can very quickly set up a computer. Again, you need at least 20 gigs of VRAM. That's all 20 gigs of VRAM and 50 gigs of storage, give or take. And then you can start using this model to generate images, 43 gigs. So, and you can have some fun with it. So that's the video. It is actually a quick one. I tried to make sure everything was right because I feel like I don't hate editing videos. If you like the video, same thing as always, like, subscribe, do the thing, whatever. It does help me out a little bit. I know all the people that post YouTube videos, that it actually does help me out if you found the video useful. If not, well, I mean, it's the internet, so you can't just say anything. I'm going to shut up now. I was trying to figure out. I've been talking 16 minutes. I'm like, it's a quick 5-minute video. It was a 16-minute video. I'm going to shut up. I got a longer video to record still. So I'll post that one tomorrow.